All right, here he is, Adam Hadwin, and you were just walking off a practice round here, and a couple other players giving you
Yeah.
the gears. I'm sure it hasn't stopped since it happened. What's the situation right now, as you've been doing this for 24 hours, 48 hours now?
I mean, it's been a wild 24, 36 hours for me. Not the way that I thought I would go viral. um, yeah, it's sort of, I mean, this whole finish on Sunday with Nick making that putt, um, creating one of the greatest moments in Canadian golf history, and then I had no business being a part of it. I just wanted to celebrate, but it happened. I'm certainly soaking it in a little bit, taking it in strides. Thankfully, no issues with the body or anything like that. I don't think the guy, I don't think he has a future in the CFL or the NFL. He hasn't hit hard enough. But yeah, we're just kind of running with it.
I like the way you sort of took the bottle and lifted it up out of the way so it didn't get damaged and anything. You didn't even spill a drop, but let's move on from that, even though I'm sure you won't be able to for a little while. But when you look back at the big thing, the win by Nick,
Yeah.
you were standing behind the green, as were so many of us. Walk me through your emotions when you saw it.
Oh, I mean, some of it honestly is indescribable. I mean, I mentioned just there a second ago being one of the greatest moments of Canadian golf history. I think that um, the manner in which he did it as well. Um, Tiger's bunker shot at Glen Abbey gets replayed a lot whenever the Canadian Open comes along, and it goes down. But I mean, I think this overtakes it. I think this is a shot that you're going to see uh, for a lifetime. I mean, this is a lifetime moment, and I grew up with Nick. We lived together, we traveled together. So to witness that and kind of just be in the arena with that, watching him do that was just something special.
Just you mentioned that you guys grew up playing the same golf courses. You lived together. I mean, just tell me what makes it possible for him to win that tournament.
Oh man, I think he's done he's kind of proven to everybody that this year when he gets up into contention, he's not afraid of the moment. He went toe to toe with Scotty in Phoenix. And yeah, I mean, just the mental fortitude that he had after bogeying 16 to come back with birdies on 17, 18, and then to go through the playoff. I mean, look, we're all a nervous wreck. I've only been in that situation a couple times, Canadian Open, but just a nervous wreck trying to get the job done. And obviously, you guys as broadcasters do a great job of reminding us of how long it had been. But he's just laser focused, and he's so good at just focusing on the task at hand, getting the job done, sort of blocking out everything else. And then now I think more than anything, his game has kind of caught up to that a little bit as well. I mean, this year he's proven to be one of the best players on tour, one of the more consistent players on tour. His short game with Gareth has taken off, and I think he's just brimming with confidence right now.
All right, let's move on to this week. U.S. Open, always a very difficult test. You've had a spin around both nines, I think, on this golf course now. What do you like? What did you see? How's it going to play?
Yeah, my first impressions is this might be one of the greatest pieces of property I've ever been on. And I say that partly because we're kind of in the middle of the city. And then you have this sort of vast, wild, undulating, natural landscape. And I've only seen the front. I'm gonna still reserve judgment for how it plays, throughout the tournament. But I think it's gonna be amazing. I mean, my first impressions, some of it I think could be severe depending on how firm and fast things get. But this first trip around the front I thought was extremely fair. I thought it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of different golf shots. And it's going to very fair off the tee, which I like. And yeah, you're going to have to be precise going in the greens.
You led after the first round a year ago in this tournament. How would it feel for you to get into contention and be up there in the fourth round this time around?
I mean, that's the goal. It would be amazing. I'm not sure if that would help me put last week in the back burner or not, or if it'd bring up more questions, but that's the idea. I can see my game fitting really well at this place. I don't have to be perfect off the tee. I think a guy of my length that can keep it in the fairway and kind of plod around a little bit can do well. So I got high hopes for this week. I had a really good week last week. I was happy to play well myself, and so yeah, I'm looking forward for a big week.
Be a pretty impressive ledge you double, wouldn't it?
It would be amazing. Absolutely.
Good luck this week.
Thanks, Bob.